You are in plan your incredible year. We have goals that we'd like to think about during the start of the year. They could be great health, right? Great wealth, great wisdom, but maybe you want direction or some knots that need to be untied. Maybe you'd like great happiness. Ask me later to tell you what is the secret to great happiness. And how about great relationships and great family life, specifically the family, and great spirituality, great sales, those with businesses. I know you love that. Great adventures, single people. Which mountain shall I climb? Literally this year. Okay? Great love life, especially those married for 20 years or those looking for love. February, also known as Ash Wednesday, is coming up. Maybe you're thinking about that. So these are some of the goals you're thinking about. When we think about these goals, let's not be superstitious. When I say superstitious, somebody said, go to this website and you press enter. That website will give you a random word that can be the word of the year. And it's funny when I first heard that because I make websites. And I happen to know that a human being made that website. So if you're going to subject your year to a human being who made a random word generator website, what words did that person put into that website? Do you know? And if you don't know, why are you subjecting yourself to some random dude's idea of what your year should look like? It's more like superstitious that this website is going to be the key to my future. Yeah, sure it is. Instead of using a random motto word, the word of the year is like this. What are the meanings of your name? Yes, pala, Jomar. What does it mean? If you don't know, you can Google it now. What does your name mean? This question will allow you to look at your year differently in terms of who or what you can be. So how about you? What does it mean? When you were given that name, if you go to the history of that name, the Wikipedia entry of that name, who are the famous people with that name, find out, dig up what your name means. This is one approach I can suggest to you. Now, Jomar, what happens if I found out the meaning of my name? Oh, if you find out the meaning of your name, give me an example. My name is Jose. That's the first name. And the word Jose in the Bible, at least the Catholic Bible, is taken from Saint Joseph, the spouse of Mary, right? The spouse of Mary, the amain of Jesus Christ. You know what amain means? Foster father. But Joseph means increaser. So instead of a random generator, I can now think about 2024 as how can I apply that name in my goals and plans? After all, I was named after Jose, Saint Joseph, father of Jesus, foster father of Jesus. So in any aspect of my life, how can I use the word increase? Yeah, so that's one way to approach planning for 2024. What's your name? Do your research. Who are your famous people you're named from? Let's say Joanne is named probably the same person as John, Saint John maybe. So what is Saint John known for? For example, Kim, who is a famous Kim person. What does Kim mean? What does Loida mean? Marilu means warrior, which is awesome. So how can you be a warrior this year? Because this is living up to your name. Where does it come from? All these names, no? Dig up the name meanings in the internet. Read about people who was named after you, no, named like you, and look at their life. Okay? Mirna means beloved, high-spirited, peaceful, or sweet oil. Loy is beloved. Pick a adjective that comes from your name, and then you can run with it. When I give you some aspects of 2024 planning, consider using, for example, in my case, increase. In the Loy's case, it's warrior. In Mirna's case, it could be high-spirited or peaceful. You pick one. And if you don't have a meaning for a name, for example, Rowan is little redhead, interpret it in a different way or use your last name. Okay? That's something to think about as we move on to actually taking a look at what we can do this coming year. All right? Okay. Sandali lang. I'll just change the slides a little bit. Some of the things that you are probably thinking about for next year, I gave you a list of goals like great love life, great adventures, great sales, great spirituality, great family life. Now, some of you are probably thinking, hey, I want great social media engagement, right? Because we're like online business. So if you're doing that, that's my goal because these are the general goals of human beings. Every year, every day, these are your goals. Now, you can also repeat everything I just said to all of the above, like great love life, great health, great physical stamina to all your loved ones. You want to pray that they will also have these achievements or goals this year, right? I would consider taking a look at 2024 using the mindset of ultimate goals. Oh, there's pahabol. Lynn says it means waterfall, pool, pond, or lake. Pick one and see how you can use that concept of waterfall or pond or lake. I'm the author of the book Virtual Careers. My second book is coming out on March. It's called Second Incomes, which is about affiliate marketing. I do these live shows to help people. So when I'm dead, no, you would hopefully remember me one time when you're older and this guy Jomar, he helped me once upon a time. I don't remember much, blah blah blah. And then when you go online, you say, hey, this is what Jomar did. It's exposed online, okay? This is one way for me to serve you guys. Every year I do these planning sessions. They'll help you take a look at the year in a different way, not the same way as other would present it. I called it ultimate goals because they're different. And every year you will probably want to hit these goals on top of any other thing you want to achieve. Give an example. If you have, let's say, sports goal, I want to be able to do 10 laps on the swimming pool. The ultimate goals are like that, but they're kind of easier to do. Because doing 10 laps is a big goal, but the ultimate goals allow you to just use your spare time and develops a habit that will create massive impact in your life if you keep doing it every day. This is a concept I've been applying in everything I do actually. Create small habits every day instead of really plan on developing a skill and stuff like that. Because usually, if you're not going for a competition, you probably will give up. Most goals are attempted in January, then forgotten in February. Okay, that's why the ultimate goals are tiny goals that you can grow into. That's my name for these kinds of goals. Let's dive into them. Okay. These are things you can consider for your 2024 plans. I'm going to give you 5 categories. There's actually 13 categories of goals. I'm going to give you 5 tonight. And then I'm going to give you an invitation to join me on January 20, where we can sit down and spend around 2 hours, you writing down, fleshing out your goals on paper. That's January 20 here in Taguig, Metro Manila. Let's start with the goals that I just found out recently. Some of this I'm already doing. Let's get started. Please, if you have a massive piece of paper with some beautiful colored pens, please take them out and start writing some of the ideas that I will give you that you can add to your list for 2020. Notice my notebook is massive. Yeah, I got this from National Bookstore, I think. It's much better to plan on a big piece of paper than a tiny notebook. You will want large pieces of paper when you make a plan for the year. Kasi you're talking years, okay? All right. For those of you who are here, join me to the end. I'll give you some templates that you can print out for you to think about your year. I prepared 3 templates, PDF templates, to be rewarded to people who join me live, all right? Those who cannot join me live, you can join me in the January 20. Well, I'll give you the templates printed out. I'll even add to the templates, okay? Let's get started. Some ideas on how you can add to your 2024 planning. Let's start with heart goals, everyone's favorite. Love dub, heart goals. First one. Okay, you have a loved one. You need to discover and write one new interest that loved one has every month. Let's say your loved one likes Singles Inferno. So you write down January, seeing that's important. In February, discover something new that is interest to your loved one and write it down. One new thing a month. All right. Next, discover new ways to wow your loved ones once a month. Let's, if you tried flowers, try flowers made out of money. From Game of Thrones, rosary, cook for her. Discover what it is and do it once a month. So these are examples of ultimate goals because these goals can be done 10 seconds a month, 1 minute a month, and you keep doing it because there is the concept of momentum and the concept of compounding. The effect in your life, in your heart life, if you keep doing this once a month. It's not the kind of goals you'd normally do. We're not going to depend on planning your year, filling it with big grand things, because those things don't really compound as good as these ultimate goals do. These are really small things you can do. Compound them, create momentum, they become really big impact years down the road. Years down the road, okay? This is a 1 year plan. We're not planning for one event. Keep going, time yourself. When you listen to someone, your loved ones, don't tell them you're timing yourself. You're trying to improve your listening skills by increasing the time you listen. Time yourself. Next, study empathic listening. This is when you read books, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos about empathic listening. Next, ask feedback to improve your social skills. Oh, this is for me. I'm really bad in some of my social skills. For example, in the situation of inuman, I don't know anything how to behave when people are drinking. I'm also drinking a little bit because it's good for me to drink a lot. I fall asleep. So I have to know how to behave correctly. For example, there was a time somebody was cursing for 1 hour and I have to just be quiet because I didn't know what to do. And it was good because after cursing for 1 hour, cursing God, cursing everyone, including me, that person fell asleep and forgot about it. But I know I need improvement, so I consult whoever is present who is credible. I ask for feedback. How's my social skills? All right. There's many situations I'm not really familiar with, the inuman situation. All right. Next, you get a paid trainer in the areas you're not good at. Consider training for your relationship things. If you know yourself, try it out. Okay. Okay, those are the heart goals. I'm going to go to the Catholic goals, but I want some feedback right now. I'm going to give you a minute to collect yourself. The goal is not to plan right now. The goal is to pick things you want to do. All right, we're back. Let's go to the next part, which are the Catholic goals. So these are very specific to Catholics here. So most of the stuff you'll be hearing will be goals I've already accomplished, already doing. So these are not just ideas from the moon. First one, study or learn all about humility. They say patience is a virtue. The biggest virtue on the planet is not patience. It's this one here, humility. How can I become wealthy if I'm humble? Think about what you're saying. All wealthy people are braggarts. Am I right? All wealthy people are boastful. Or are there humble, wealthy people that you mistake to be humble, but they're really not? The reason why I tell you is you can consider a goal. Let's learn what this is. What is humility? Remember, these are Catholic goals. If you're not Catholic, you might not agree. One way to learn humility is to study people who are humble. Joseph, Saint Joseph, my namesake. Mary, the mother of Jesus. It's funny when people tell me Jesus was rich. Let me just categorically remind you, when Jesus was laid in that manger, the manger is not the farm. The manger is where the animals eat, feeding trough. They were not rich. Hindi developer ng real estate si Joseph. God on purpose chose really poor people to come to the world because he's making a point on this thing. Be humble before God. He did not give a condo complex to the Holy Family. Remove your mindset that everybody needs to be rich. And why does Mary and Joseph have this? By the way, Jesus also has this. I don't agree, Jomar. Jesus uses his powers. Study it, okay? Next, how about learning other virtues? Do you know how many virtues there are according to my old friend Thomas Aquinas? 64 virtues. We only know two, patience and humility. How about the others? Jomar, para saan ba yung verses? Virtues. Virtues are created so that you will be able to function well in this world. And number two, you cannot really achieve oneness with God, or at least to fulfill the 10 Commandments, if you don't have these. All right. And there's a lot of virtues that actually you don't have to do much. You just have to ask God for it. Hinihingi ang virtues. You don't know anything about it, you can ask it. Okay? By the way, how do you get a virtue? God gives you something called a grace gift. For example, somebody's really angry. Normally, you would also lash out, but then you're so peaceful. You've been given a grace of longanimity or patience. Those are two virtues, longanimity and patience. Kim knows the answer. Sabihin mo sa kanilang lahat ng difference. Develop a deeper personal prayer life, habits. And the word here is personal. If you don't have a deeper, just you praying habit, develop one. Next, understand the role of suffering in life. This is so important because Jesus said to carry your cross and follow me, not to their condo complex, but to the place where he dies. No? But sabi niya, when you carry your cross, your yoke is not as heavy as mine. It's light. Because the yoke I give you, the burden I give you is very light. So what is that? And why is it that suffering plays such a big role in the life of Jesus, but all we do is avoid it? And all that stuff. We always want to avoid suffering and just, it's not even avoiding suffering. It's like pursuing pleasure. That's all we do. I'm talking to Catholics here, okay? If you're not a Catholic, you don't believe me, fine. You have to be a Catholic to understand this. And if you're Catholic, you don't understand it, that's why it's one of the ultimate goals. Try to understand, why did Jesus say, come and follow me and take up your cross? He didn't say, hey, if you follow me, you will become wealthy. Understand suffering. Dropping mic. Let's go. Establish a spiritual reading habit. What are the books you read? Do you read homeschooling books? Magnetic marketing books? Social media books? 100 Things Psychology books? Branding books? Music books? Books that you create? Or do you have a spiritual reading habit? Meaning to say, did you get yourself a book on God, Jesus, Catholic, life of a saint, and did you study it, read it on a general basis? Even this booklet, which I carry in my bag every day, okay, this has some interesting stuff about them. Freemasons, nice to read. Some analysis of your conscience, nice to read. So if you make a habit of reading spiritual books like once a month, great. In our family, it's a daily spiritual reading habit. A book about your faith. All right. And specifically for Catholics, there's tons of Catholic books you can get even online for free. Next, establish a scheduled daily rosary in response to the approved Nicaraguan and the Fatima operations. You need to pray the rosary every day. And the technique given by the Nicaraguan operation is that rosaries must be what? A schedule. You need to get your family together and agree, this is the time we will all stop, ring a bell. You can use Alexa or Siri to remind you. that it's time to pray the rosary. Just make a time. 6 p.m., 9 p.m., 3 p.m., 12 p.m. These are the times we pray and do it daily. Okay. So just in case you want to know the purpose of a daily rosary, ang warning ni Fatima apparition at ni Nicaragua apparition is, gusto mo bang magkaroon ng world war agad? Ayaw mo, magrosaryo ka araw-araw. You dig more details about the Nicaraguan apparitions. Minention din ng World War III. Approved Marian apparition. How do you solve that? Magrosary ka araw-araw. Okay, next is retell the life of 12 saints once per month. Be able to retell the life of one saint. I thought it put it here. If you discover there's a guy called Saint Peregrine, a lot of people in Forbes Park like this saint. Why? Oh, he's patron saint of black. So you have to find out the life of the saint, not just patron saint of black. And then discover one a month. This is a Catholic goal. To getting to know your saint's life allows you to read into the life of somebody who's been successful in being a Catholic. We must also read the life of successful saints so you can become a better Catholic. Same story. Autobiographies are the key to success in any field. You really want to be a good sports person, Olympian, read the life of the Olympians. A good Catholic, read the life of the Catholic saints. Next, figure out how to forgive, because illness in your family usually stems from this. Somebody doesn't want to forgive, illness visits that person. So learn how to forgive. Next, use and memorize 3 prayers from a book called Deliverance Prayer or any book on prayers. So you know your Hail Mary, you know your Our Father, then add to your repertoire of spiritual warfare prayers. These are prayers against the devil, literally. So memorize them. This is 1 year, 3 prayers. How hard can it be, right? Next, and visit 3 different churches a month. This is so you experience something new, because every Catholic church on the planet, usually if it's old, brings you closer to God than the new architecture churches, because they don't have enough design things that allows you to elevate your spirit. Go visit old churches, even once a month, different churches, and you'll see what I mean. When you encounter a modern Catholic church and an old one, you see the big difference in how it elevates your spirit. And this is architecture and arts. Okay. Next, you can do a first Friday habit, a first Saturday habit, or a first Thursday habit. These are brand new habits inspired by the apparitions of the Catholic Church. And you can rediscover forgotten Catholic traditions like the frankincense tradition. Rediscover them, you can practice them with your family. Next up is affiliate marketing goals. These are specific for anyone who wants to do affiliate marketing in 2024. Are you ready? Type the word affiliate marketing. All right. Again, these are micro goals that you can do 3 minutes a day, 4 minutes a day, something until you grow into it and you learn how to do it. First one is design 20 personal ways to celebrate. This is create a list and grow to number 20. 1 month, figure out one way you can celebrate a small win. This is very important goal, because usually when people create affiliate marketing, they don't know what to do when they get money. I'll show you what money looks like in affiliate marketing. This is a PayPal printout of me receiving 8,000 pesos there. See that? That's a PayPal printout. So what is my practice for celebrating small wins? I print it out. Practice 1. Number 2, I post it on the wall. And then when it's a brand new one coming in, I replace this and I remove this and I put the brand new printout of some brand new cash. This one is 22,000 affiliate marketing income. That's my practice to celebrate the small win. But what about you? What are you going to do? What are the 20 different ways you can celebrate small wins in affiliate marketing? The more you practice celebrating the small wins, the better it is for you to to succeed in this long-term game called affiliate marketing. Understand me? Kasi if all you do is buy yourself milk tea every time you celebrate, figure out 20 small wins. This is a business technique, so you can practice this. Right? Then now that you have figured out one, let's say January you figure out one way, and February you figure out second way, you grow your list to 20 so that when you're supposed to celebrate your small win, you have a list to refer to. All right. It's important to know how to celebrate small wins because many people give up on affiliate marketing too early. But next year, that's because they give up easily because they do not know how to do this. Celebrating small wins. You need, in this year, you need to create 3 client attractors or freebie for 3 different kinds of buyers. In other words, you need to find out what are the 3 different kinds of buyers you're selling to. For example, me, I'm looking at solopreneur, a gig business owner, and online crowd. 3 different client attractors, 3 different ebooks, 3 different PDF, 3 different templates for the kinds of buyers. I need to start with 1. This is a 1-year goal. Make 3 for 1 year. Number 2, create 3 funnels to sell something. Now, if I'm not selling anything, I need to hurry up and find one thing that I can sell that's not mine, because that's why it's called affiliate marketing. You're selling something that's not yours. You have to create 3 funnels in my favorite system. But even if you don't ask me, I will be creating a series of videos on YouTube, everywhere, that teaches you how to do this for free, how to make the funnel so you can sell something. The problem is if you have an audience online, a small audience of friends, and you're not selling anything, you don't know if people will buy. Yes, you have to sell something, okay? At least you'll get the feedback, oh, they don't want to buy this. Okay, I'll sell something else. Ganon, right? This is 1 year. 3 funnels in 1 year should be easy. Next, now you need to make 3 funnels to give away something. Is the way to get their emails so you can give them the freebie. Give me your email, I give you my freebie. Again, I'm gonna make a series of videos how to do this so you can do this in the system that I like to use, which is free to use. All right. Next, now you need to create videos that can go viral. There's a course that I'm running today. It's called Momentum Challenge that allows you to create this in a very small way. It's called 10 minutes a day. In 2 months, you will learn how to create videos that go viral. It's a mindset, and it's also a series of secret steps we do that make our account in TikTok, Reels, and YouTube very attractive to the algorithm. How do you know? Join us in the Momentum Challenge. I am not taking any credit for the 800, 900,000 views of one of the members of the Momentum Challenge, but it has happened. It's not just because the video was great. There's a reason for that video. You also need to prepare your account. If you don't have an offer, you don't have the secret sauce that allows you to take advantage of your viral video. Sayang kasi, di ba? It's not just getting a viral video. When you have the viral video, I'm already telling you what to do. Next, you have to figure out why they go viral and then repeat. When you have a viral video, do not stop until you figure out what is the element that made it go viral and how can you repeat it. Ganun lang yun. That's why inisip ko talaga, bakit ba nag-viral to? Bakit? Then I figured at least one reason why it went viral. Join the Momentum Challenge. Next, a goal for this year is to make your first 3 sales. Notice it's not like crazy, like in corporations, that you must make 200 million this year. Crazy. You're a beginner. Make your first 3 sales this year. Should be a good goal. Yeah? What do you think? Reasonable? Make 3 sales this year? 2024. I hope so. Okay? Now, another goal, that's why I told you this ultimate goal thing is made like a game. Why don't you plan on making your first 10 sales? Plan when you want to make your first recurring sales. I first made my big amount sales, and then I started changing my tactic that I will now start selling recurring affiliate marketing products. So I have now been enjoying several months of recurring sales, meaning to say Every month, I receive this X amount of dollars from the same customer of a product that I don't own. So think about that. When do you want to receive your first recurring sales? You may not want to receive like first 3 sales. You may want to immediately receive recurring sales. All right. Next, first, make your first $100 a month in sales. Another one is make your first $500 a month in sales. When do you plan to do that? It's like you're not stopping, but you're not telling, you're not going to put 32 million pesos a day. Something more realistic. Make a first small goal, then the next one, then the next one. Then, lastly, when it comes to doing business, you need to spend on your tools. So your first goal could be spend 1,000 a month in tools or virtual assistant. You cannot pay 1,000 a month for a virtual assistant. Spend 2,000 a month in tools. Spend 3,000 a month in tools. This gives you the mindset, I'm a business owner, I need to have tools. Understand? If you don't understand anything I said, get a paid trainer in areas you are not good at. All right? Next, let's talk about your physical goals. Madalas sila pupunta sa gym because they have physical goals. But the physical goals I have here for you are ultimate. They can be done 10 minutes a day. Let's check it out. Number 1, plank to music for 10 seconds. You can make this a weekly goal, a daily goal. Press music, play some music, and then plank for 10 seconds. Then stop. Goal 1. Tomorrow, you can plank for 30 seconds. But if it's too much, you can go back to 10 seconds. So 30 seconds. Plank to music. The technique here is don't just plank. Pick a song that you love and play 10 seconds. Very good. 30 seconds, plank again for 60 seconds, plank for 120 seconds, plank for 240 seconds, plank for the whole duration of the song. You're slowly developing your muscles. Instead of focusing on the pain, you're focusing on, I love this song. Okay, I've never seen people advise the other people to plank up to music. Okay, next. Learn 1 new stretch a month. If you don't incorporate it in your day-to-day, like for example, you're working for 2 hours, sumakit yung leg mo. What do? You do this, di ba? Figure out a new stretch, and maybe you can do that instead. Next time you need to stretch, you apply your new stretch. Learn a new stretch a month. And that stretch, you add it to your daily stretch habit. Every time you do a stretching, find out a brand new stretch and do it as a habit, not as, I'm going to exercise now. No, don't do that. Just do it whenever you feel like stretching, or make it a habit. Like when you wake up, your brand new stretches. The novelty of the new stretch will help your brain from complaining about, I don't want to exercise. Let's go. Create a random time daily stretch habit. Number 2, learn to cook 1 new thing a month. A lot of our joy as humans is what we eat. And if you're not old enough, you're still excited to go to restaurants to discover new food. But once you're old enough and you have tasted everything, it's now time to develop your skills of cooking. Ayan. Because you can only eat so much steak. And most of the steak that they sell is marketing, no? Liquid steak. When you taste it, what's this? So it's just really marketing. Learn to cook 1 new thing a month. That's for you, for your physical life. Okay. Now, get a paid trainer in areas you are not good at. I hope these ideas are helping you think about planning next year in a different way. Okay. So just to remind you, January 20 is my mini planning session with content creation. You get to bring a friend or a assistant for the January 20 Metro Manila mini planning and content creation session. This part here, the stuff I'm giving you, are just ideas that you can put in your plan. So you can sit down 2 hours in that space. You can plan stuff there. And then while you're doing that, you can discuss with your virtual assistant, apply the lessons that I will teach, which are video marketing tools that they can do on the spot. So both of you will bring a laptop, extra piece of paper, yan, ganyan. A planning session there. You can learn the skill of the video marketing, or you split up. One person does the video marketing application because this content creation is for video. Take a look at your planning thingies. Okay, we'll all be doing discussions, so people will be sharing their experience in planning. And January 20 live event, Taguig City, Gaya Center in BCDA, Versi 5 in Taguig, not in BGC. You need to bring a laptop, internet connection, and snacks. January 20, my workshop on planning and content creation for video. And venue is Ligaya Center. Now, before I go to mine goals, I want to discuss how to join event. Okay, go. No. Question, how many books do you want to read this year? Discover new genres of reading you haven't read about before. Because I was only reading success literature, and Grow Rich and stuff, Dad Poor Dad, and then marketing books like Magnetic Marketing. Okay. Maybe you can expand your reading into psychology or philosophy. In my case, philosophy. I went into philosophy. And also ancient books, like 100 years old books, 200 years old books, 1,500-year-old books. No kidding, they're free online anyway. I've been reading that. They're translated. English is old, so I asked ChatGPT to make me a modern version of this section. So I realized that it's never going to improve. They're always just going to be selling products on your. And replace your time of entertaining yourself with face-to-face time with humans. Plan on having more time to meet with humans since you're not spending time binge watching anyway. But you haven't figured that out, then a topic for another day. Okay, next. Buy and play those cheap 125 peso card games in online stores. And with that, you can tell everyone, drop your cell phones, put them aside, we're gonna play this game. And usually it's fun game, cheap game, that instead of everyone sitting staring at their phones. Next is sales goals naman. Tapos na, let's talk about it. Now, have you learned how to strategically price things? You know, selling something, did you change the price? Do you know how to change it strategically? Learn it. Again, do you know how to create multiple price offerings, high, mid, low, and different kinds of offerings for each price? Learn how to make an offer stack, which is standard if you're going to make an online business, that your offers must be stacked on top of each other so people will find it attractive. Okay? Improve presentation skills and presentation of yourself online using different apps. Like for now, I'm using a Zoom app. I'm using this app for presentation. I'm using an app for the lights, believe it or not. I'm using an app to make the presentation behind me. That's a different app totally. The app of the graphics, the video apps like what I'm doing now and what I'm going to be teaching you on January 20 and Create Momentum Challenge. Use video apps, okay? And then use image apps like you use Canva, but have you maximized it? There's lots of plugins in Canva. It's time you learn them, okay? Yeah. And since it's 2024, you should be using TikTok Reels and Shorts because these three are fighting for dominance. And the winner could be you. Like what happened to our student in Create Momentum Challenge. His Reels, I'm sure, is lampas na ng 1 million views. And not only that, he now knows what to do so he can get customers from those views. If he applies what I said kagabi. Okay? Now, if you don't understand anything I said, just get yourself a paid trainer in areas you're not good at, like the Create Momentum Challenge, and actually join that separately from the Create. Want to join that single event. Okay? There's a lot more. Please make sure for my next episode for next part of these planning sessions. But keep my invitation for those who are not yet part of the online business masterclasses and the Create Momentum Challenge. These are the two courses that get to join the January for free. Okay? If you're a member of the online masterclass last year And the Create Momentum Challenge, you get to join, bring a friend, bring an employee assistant, bring a who's actually gonna work on the laptop, ha? Kasi baka magdala ka ng doubter. Tapos, tingnan lang niya ako. There will be a lot of time me not trying the app. So, bring a person who will actually do workshop to learn how to make content. Because students in the United States are being taught how to make content. Student, we should catch up, right? You should catch up, right? Now, if you live near Taguig, Metro Manila, and you want to spend 2 hours planning your 2024 with us this Saturday, January 20, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., then my invitation is you, a friend or companion, employee, you guys bring snacks, internet connection, cell phone, laptops, cables. I'll give you planning templates, and you'll be given time to plan your year, personal or business. And then your friend can plan with you, or can learn to use the video apps for TikTok, Reels, and Shorts on the spots. Okay. Then you'll learn the latest video creation skills, and then you'll also for 2024. Plus, you'll learn from like-minded people who are going through the workshop with you in the sharing sessions at around 5 p.m. Now, learn fast content creation in the most painless way possible. I've been doing very fast, okay? The session is free for online business manager classes and the Create Momentum Challenge members. Now, you can join by going to this link for the OBM, or going to this link, jhill.com/momentum, or you can join directly and just at the January 20 sessions. Okay? Because these guys are gonna get it. OBM is around, I don't know, mga 1,000 pesos ito. This is a 1-year program. This is a 2-month program. It's around 19,000 pesos. But if you're two, it's about 16,000 divided by 2. Now, this one is for $999 if you join on January 20. So join January 20. You have to use GCash, here it is, or banks. The details in these websites. Go check the replay. This has been Jomar Hilario. Thank you so much for joining me. Our planning and content creation. Let me know how you guys feel. Piece of I should that feedback now. Fill in the blanks. I enjoyed this blank tonight. You like type mo. I enjoy, type that in. If you don't have any more questions, you can exit na. Thank you so much for joining me today. Join me in the next episode so we can fill up more. Now, I'm about to give you the templates. Give you the templates. They are printable templates. Print them on A4 probably, or whatever. And have fun just filling them up because they're fun looking templates. There are 3 different kinds of templates here, and I will put them in the chat room right now. Sa Zoom are still here, please type, Phyllis, I enjoyed this part of tonight's session. And please take note, wait for my signal to send you the templates for planning, right? Simple lang to. Print them out and then use them as a starter. Three different pages, different thing, planning session. So there, I put in goals4.zip. That is a 3-page template. If you want 3-page template, make sure you join us on January 20. That I'm giving away is a goals tracker. Generally, a goals tracker allows you to put your goals in months. And the next template I created was a review of last year. Kasi maganda maggawa ng plan. Take a look at very 1-page review of last year. And then I'm also set, a 1-page goal setting template. Ayun. So, paglaruan niya ang goal setting template galing sa bullet journal. Okay? Pero I changed it para masaya. Okay? Print as many as you can for these 3 pages and play around with your plan para tracker. You can print as many as you can. Okay? That hindi siya nag-board. Okay. You review the last year. You make a review of the last year. You go do this. You do a goal setting 2.0. Invento ko lang yan. In goal 0, you answer big things, daily things. Why are you doing it? And how are you going to do it? Now, print as many as you can for baka mapuno eh. Okay? And use this as a trigger for your planning. Right? and then plug them in the calendar. This is a wacky calendar.